The Grampians is a really special place because I guess it's one of the first Australian viticultural destinations, particularly for Victoria. Shiraz is certainly synonymous with this area, and in fact 90% of the plantings are Shiraz, so it's a real clear sort of appellation, if you like, that's sort of designated itself. It's certainly the variety that shines the most, and because it's been here so long and we've got such interesting plantings, it's got a really unique way to express its own microclimate, the place where it's been grown.
Typically in this area you get lots of spice and really complex aromatics that make Shiraz a bit more interesting than primary fruit, especially from this area. So that's one of the things that really attracted me to the Grampians Wine area, and particularly to Great Western. They make unique wines that really define where they're from, and I've recently spent a few years in France, and for me France was very much about the wine speaking of where it's from. For me it was really important to find somewhere in Australia that had that unique combination of site, variety and vine age, and certainly there's several vineyards in this area that make this place unique and great.
The Grampians region I find is quite special in that it is quite late and it's quite cool, and the length of the harvest can be quite different to the rest of Australia, especially mainland Australia. We have quite a unique climate here that I find is really well suited to Shiraz. We can get some really warm days during the summertime, but the evenings cool down quite a lot, which is very good for Shiraz and its ripening and its flavour profile. Historically, this region is very special in that we've had plantings for a very long time.
We're with some old Shiraz vines here that are pretty rare, over 140 years old. The other thing that makes this place great is the soil. Lots of granite sands over gravel, really free draining. These are all dry grown vines. They do really well in this area. Considering that there's moderate to small amount of rainfall, but the fact that these vines go so deep into the earth, they're able to pick up a lot of those characters.
A lot of the vine material is also very important here in the Grampians. It's all very old material, and I think that's one thing that makes the wineries around here a specialty, is that we've got very similar vine material. However, different wineries are making iconic wines from different sites, but out of the same material, like same vine material. I think that's very special for the region.
There's quite a few little vineyards around the place, and I guess within the Grampians itself there is a little area which is now a sub-region called Great Western, and Great Western is where a lot of the historical plantings started off, particularly by the two brothers. So there was Henry over at Bess, which still retains a lot of those historical plantings, and Joseph at Seppelt also planted extensively, and the St. Peter's vineyard at Seppelt is one of those vineyards which is really held on to that. They are quite different to other parts. Langy is a lot cooler, and outside of that small Great Western sub-region, it's actually in the Grampians region. So you do see really different characters. Interestingly enough, they're both on granitic soil, so you see that influence as well, but certainly they all have their own character, and I think having those original vineyards planted to a clone that works in this region is something really important as well. So yeah, it's a fantastic resource.